Hey there, folks. My brother's been hounding me to do some new Eli TV, so I'm going to try to. This would be kind of an involved one, so it's hard to say if I'll ever get this up or not, but you never know. I'll give it a go, because today I'm making sarmas. And what's a sarma, you ask? Well, a sarma is a traditional Eastern European dish that is made in just about every Eastern European culture there is. Sarma is the Croatian and Serbian, the Serbo-Croatian term for it. The Poles call it Golumpki. The Ukrainians call it Golubtsi, something like that. Holubtsi, I don't know. But I'm going to try to, remember that one for Ukraine. Anyway, but in America we call them cabbage rolls, right? So this is what we got here. My ingredients. Start off with that. Okay. Of course we have cabbage. And then we're going to have some ground beef and ground pork mixture, rice, onion, garlic, got some smoked sausage, some paprika, I love paprika, some tomatoes, some parsley, and this doesn't go in there. That's from me. We'll put that over there. But be that as it may. Let me get started on this, and then we'll see how this goes, and I'll check back in. Okay, so here we have diced onion, and we have our chopped up garlic. That's like a whole bulb of garlic, but I love garlic, and obviously that may be too much for some people. And that's kind of a rough chop. Got my pork and beef. There's rice. And I forgot about breadcrumbs. That's in there, and I'm going to throw an egg in there too, and some paprika and salt and pepper. And we'll do that here in a second. I'll show you. Okay, so my measurements aren't exact, because I really don't know. I just kind of eyeball it. But I got everything in here, and then comes in the fun part where you just kind of go in there and you just get your hands dirty and you mix it all up. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so we're all mixed up. I did sneak in some other stuff. It's kind of what happens, and you just kind of cook. You just kind of go with it. I threw in some diced tomatoes, drained it, and threw them in there. I think it makes the meatball a little juicier. Anyway, that's just my little take on it. And when you mix it, you don't want to mix it all to death and get it all. You want it to have some fluff to it, so it breathes a little bit. But then the cabbage. What we're going to do with this guy here, so we're going to core it, okay? And then I'm going to steam it. Okay, I'm going to put it in a pot of boiling water until the leaves start to wilt. Then we'll take it out, take the leaf off, take a couple leaves off, put it back in, cook some more, take some more leaves off. It's kind of a process, and there's a bunch of different ways to do it. Some people microwave them. I've tried that. It's all right. Some people freeze them, and I've tried that, but you gotta think ahead of time. I like old school. I pop this baby in a pot of boiling water, the way Grandma used to do. That's the way you do things. That's the best way. Okay. Okay, so this can be kind of an arduous process. Back here so you can see it. I've got the cabbage steaming. Okay, and I kind of do, people do all this stuff different ways. I kind of do these, let's just kind of go as I go. I got some cold water here. These large leaves, the first ones are going to be used to line the pan. It helps them steam better. That guy's a little wilted. And just kind of check them out. And just kind of go as I go. And once they get a little stubborn, then you kind of let them go for a little longer. Alright, so here's my cabbage leaves. I got them in cold water. Alright, and so, I went as far as I can until they got kind of too small to really be manageable for a roll. I mean, you could put them together, I guess. I've tried different things. It's cabbage. It's cabbage and beef. But what I'm going to do first is get the first leaves I took off, the biggest ones, and let's just flip the whole thing over. That'll probably be best. There we go. And they're the toughest and everything. I'm just going to line the pan with them. What they do when you do that is it kind of steams them. And when you do this too, you want to, here's my little knife. You want to cut out the stem as much as possible. You can do that, or you can like kind of shave it down like so. Just kind of thin it out because this gets a little tough. And I'm just going to kind of line the pan with these, and then I'm going to put some sauce down, and then we'll get to the rolling. Okay, another thing I forgot to mention, you just cook as you go, you know. Sauerkraut. Sauerkraut's great with it's great with cabbage rolls. And I get just canned sauerkraut. I'm not a sauerkraut prude or whatever you would call it. Actually, canned sauerkraut's fresher than, or you know, a lot better than stuff in a plastic bag. Talking my mouth full. I love sauerkraut. But like the stuff in a plastic bag, people think, well, that's got to be fresh, you know, it's in a plastic bag. Well, the plastic bag's actually porous, okay? And so they put chemicals, they put preservatives in the sauerkraut that come in the plastic bag. If you look at the ingredients on just a regular can of sauerkraut, you got cabbage, water, salt. That's it. That's it. And some people rinse their sauerkraut. You know, nah. You don't need to do that. Just throw it all in there. And sauerkraut's really good for your gut. It's got probiotics in it because it's fermented. It's not pickled, it's fermented, you know. And it's just really good for you. You know, people should eat more kraut and kimchi and shit like that. It's just good stuff, man. It'll make your belly better. And no one knows about the digestive system than like an Eastern European who lives on sauerkraut. Okay. I told my wife about a recipe, a Croatian recipe I came across that was sauerkraut, beans, and pork ribs. And she told me, she said, no, you're not making that. What a short-sighted woman. What a short-sighted woman. Yeah, what you gonna do? Oh, as far as the sauce, I don't remember if I said it or not just now. Some people use tomato soup, and I've done that. It's fine. It tastes great. This is just like tomato sauce and some seasoning and stuff. And I'll probably throw a can of diced tomatoes in there. The actual rolling process. Okay, let the ceremony begin. Again, you want to try to get as much as this guy off as you can. Just cut in there a little bit. Get that out of there. And then you can you might be able to get 2 out of this one. I don't know, it's a big leaf. Let's go for it. Go for it, Bresky. And that'll be a small one. Okay, you just stick your filling in there. And you know, I don't know how you want to make your filling. You want to make it like a log, you can make it like a, you know, whatever, but you know, it's really all there is to it. Let me kind of fold it up on the sides here. Yeah, it's gonna be a teeny guy. I give this one to the kids, but yeah, I mean, that's about all there is to it. I mean, look at that. That's beautiful. I mean, that is a beautiful cabbage roll. That is a beautiful Golumpki. Holubtsi. I don't know, Ukrainian. Sarmas. Beautiful. Just stick it in there. And we'll just start piling them up, and then I'll put more sauce on top. And I've got this smoked sausage, this kielbasa, that I'm gonna put in there on top too. You know, kielbasa, cabbage rolls, sauerkraut, and the tomato sauce is optional. Not a lot of people, most people have it with tomato sauce. A lot of people don't. We grew up, we never really had it with tomato sauce until one day I said, Mom, let's try some tomato sauce in there, and we did. And we like, oh, that's pretty good. So I like it because I like tomatoes. But I throw that on top of there, and if I get really, really squirrely, maybe I'll mash some potatoes. But I'll be back. Okay, so as much as I had mixed for, I do have some excess cabbage. I had to go and do another head of cabbage. I always overestimate how much food I need, but apparently I didn't have my meat cabbage ratio worked out too well. But hey, that's what happens. I'm gonna throw some crushed tomatoes in here. It's very it's a long process. It's time consuming, but if you're in the mood for it, you get in kind of your in your frame of mind that you're going to do this. It connects you with your ancestors and stuff, your mother and your grandmother and some vestige back on Croatia hundreds of years ago. Some little woman, the babushka, making cabbage rolls. It's peasant food. It's not expensive. It's cabbage. The most expensive thing is the beef, really. Which I think beef's more expensive than pork. I don't remember. Excuse me. So I'm just gonna got this. I'm gonna do this stuff here. This is probably, this is just something I do. You got your different variations. I was actually looking up the Ukrainian, which is extremely similar, except I think they have carrots in theirs. I never put carrots in my sarma. But the Holubtsi, I don't know. Joe will know how to pronounce it because I think Ukrainian is the same language as Russian, right? I'm just going to dice these up. Or dice and slice them up, nickels. Just kind of throw them in there. It's nice to have that little smoked sausage, that little kielbasa in there with your cabbage roll. And like I said, mashed potatoes go great with these, but I don't know if I'm that motivated, to be honest with you. And it's just a way to, it's soul food. It's Eastern European soul food is what this is. So, there you have it. Makes you feel good. And it tastes good too. And that looks like a lot of food, but it'll be eaten. And it freezes great too. Cabbage rolls, Sarmas, Holubtsi, Golumpki, they freeze great. Great leftovers. So I'm going to throw this on top of here. Cover it with foil. I got the oven at 350 preheating. Throw it in there for about an hour and a half, probably about an hour and a half. And then we'll see what we come up with there. All right. Oh, I got these extra leaves. So let me throw some of these on top. Help them steam. Yeah, there we go. That'll be good. Then you won't have stuff like sticking and it's all good. It's all good. It's all about culture and food and love. My dog is going to have cabbage rolls for the first time in her life today because dogs should eat cabbage rolls. It's good for them. My dog Yaba used to eat cabbage rolls. Yes, I had a dog named Yaba. Those of you who know me from back in Pittsburgh probably remember that. Those of you who don't, yes, we had a dog named Yaba. It was a rare breed, rare Alaskan Yaba dog. Incredible dog. And she would do anything for a sarma or a peanut butter cookie. All right. And we'll be back. Okay, so it's been an hour and a half. And it's time for the big reveal. I just pulled it out of the oven. Take a peek-see at it. Oh my. Look at that. A lot of liquid. That's okay. That's okay. A lot of fat in there too. That's also okay. This looks delicious. I'm going to let it sit for a second here. Well, I'll just do a cut for you. Let's see here. Where's my knife? My knife. Where'd my knife go? Let's grab this one. Just take a chop into this guy right here. Take a look at it. Oh yeah. That, my friends, is heaven. Sarmas. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.